Okay, good morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Megan Wright. I'm the Vice President of Publishing here at MPP Global Solutions. MPP Global Solutions are the leading provider of payment, CRM, and e-commerce technology developed with the specific and unique requirements of the publishing industry in mind. And our topic today is going to be, will your digital publishing model stand the test of time, future-proofing your business? Okay, so just a few housekeeping pointers today before we begin. We will be stopping for questions, for breaks for questions over the course of the presentation. If you wish to ask a question, please click the icon to raise your hand as demonstrated on the screen now. Alternatively, type your question and we will try to answer as many as possible. We will also be conducting a single poll. Please follow instructions online and we will share the results with you following the webinar. Okay, so here are some of the main points that we'll be discussing today. I'll give you an overview of the current state of the publishing industry. Where are we today? Some facts and figures which show where we are heading. What does the future look like for publishers? And as we know, publishing executives' digital monetization strategies are well underway, and finding a partner who offers the very best value for money is crucial to the success of your business plan. Short-term solutions will simply no longer cut it. Selecting the wrong provider could result in increased revenue loss, operational costs, and exposure to risk. We're going to talk about the secrets to paid content success, basing this on MPP's over a decade's worth of experience in the industry, working closely with publishers, and also wrap it up with some key takeaways. So where are we now? Long-term decline in advertising revenues means circulation revenue is increasingly important. As you can see from some of the headlines here, paywalls are no longer a passing trend. Even the most ardent, those most ardent against putting up a paywall has most recently gone behind a paywall with the Washington Post. Additionally, you can see online newspapers is continuing to grow, with the number here in the U.S. at over 300 and doubling year over year. Additionally, we have seen that this is no longer just a trend, but that paywalls are truly a model that is here to stay. Some of the current trends that we're seeing in the marketplace today, the connected consumers are continuing to drive innovations for companies. As users are accessing news on more than just one touch point, they're going to more than just your website. They're also accessing content on smartphones and tablets. Publishers are seeing the need to serve those different audiences in different ways. So again, driving innovation and driving connected consumers to engage with these different platforms has become increasingly important. Additionally, as users are becoming more familiar with these different devices, they're becoming more comfortable with purchasing content online. It's no longer a taboo to ask a user to purchase a subscription to content that they used to be able to receive for free. Connected packages are seeing a large increase in revenue. Publishers are seeing an increase of up to 30% of the number of registered users. So this not only is an obvious revenue increase, but also an opportunity for you to capture valuable customer data with those registered users. Also, with this connected consumer, having these connected packages, you are delivering more consumer choice. You're really providing them with specific and customized content bundles that really meet their current needs. And extremely important, of course, is delivering the right content at the right time, on the right platform, and at the right price. Really bringing your customers as close to the content they want as easily and as quickly as possible. So where are we going? What's on the horizon for publishers and the publishing industry? Online media has now surpassed newspapers as the primary source for news. with users under the age of 45 going 55% on the internet to view news. And building the right paywall has become increasingly important. There are two main paywall models here. There's the metered access model and the hard-gated model. The hard-gated model has sort of gone a bit out of fashion as the hard-gated is when a user comes to your site and immediately they're asked to subscribe in order to view any content. Publishers have seen that this has really turned away a lot of their traffic. So the metered access model has really gained a lot of success and a lot of popularity in the industry. The metered model allows a user to go on, browse any number of articles that the publisher sets as the page view threshold. So let's say it's 10 articles a month. Once they hit that 10 articles, they are then presented with different, customized packages in order for the consumer to choose, so they can then subscribe as they've seen the value in your product, the value in your content. They've been able to browse and look through all of the various features that your website provides them. Some keys to looking at building the right paywall. Metered access paywalls are not all the same. You really want to look for a paywall that is not easily defeated by a simple deleting of one's cache and cookies. Consumers are becoming more and more savvy, and with the latest release of Safari, there's even an option where you can click one button in order to not accept cookies. So cookie-based client-side technology is no longer going to be acceptable, as this presents not only an obvious revenue loss, but a customer data loss as well, as your paywall will never even be presented to the user if they click off this option. It's also important to have metering on all platforms. As we discussed, the connected consumer is gaining access to news on multiple devices. So you want to be able to identify them and meter their access on all of these devices. Additionally, metering across browsers is incredibly important, as a user can go on to Internet Explorer, view 10 to 15 articles, and when they've hit their threshold, they can just open up Firefox. So again, you're losing a lot of customer data there, as well as not building a very strong revenue stream. Now we're going to look at some of the secrets to paid content success. Revenue share models, the pitfalls that you can fall into when selecting a provider who has a rev share model. Now, as we've seen, they have very low startup to no startup costs, so they seem like a very attractive model in the beginning. However, as your own content strategies start to gain popularity and start to gain success, their solution becomes increasingly more expensive. So as you can see from the pie chart here, when you start off and you have relatively low revenue of $100,000, the solution is only $20,000. However, as your paid content strategy is successful, you're now giving a much larger piece of the pie to your vendor. Are they really providing you with additional functionality to make up for this additional revenue that they're taking, or are they just taking a larger piece of your business? MPP recommend a fixed rate platform. MPP's platform allows you to have, a flat rate for the integration and then a small monthly fee, as opposed to continually taking a piece of your business. We exist solely to support your business and to help your strategies grow and to help your revenue streams grow. As your paid content strategies become more successful, our solution actually becomes increasingly cheaper, as opposed to the converse, as you can see here. One size does not fit all. The importance of a customized user journey. As a publisher, you really want to retain full control over your user's journey. You want to make sure that your branding is with them every step of the way, reducing disruption at every turn. If you send a user to a third-party payment page in order to log in and subscribe via a wallet brand that's consumer-facing, that consumer-facing brand is then retaining the relationship with the customer. You're not able to access all that valuable customer data and retain in control of that. Additionally, they may be even promoting additional products and services of your competitors who are also on the same platform. So once again, the more clicks that you have a user go through, the more disruption that there is in the user journey, the more opportunity there is for drop-offs and for them to feel like this is too much work in order to subscribe. So you really want to maintain that seamless user journey for them. Keeping an eye on security. Building a platform that's flexible and modular and able to easily be updated, where the technology is continually updated and upgraded, is incredibly important. But you also want to make sure that it's secure. You want to make sure that your current provider is PCI compliant, and not only that, but that they are really adhering to the highest levels of data security standards. Many competitive solutions we've seen in the market use overlays, iframes, and lightboxes. These create serious security risks. We do not recommend these methods. Some vendors we've seen do not even serve all pages with SSL when collecting customer data. They are not being as secure as they could be. Why risk your customers' data being hacked and losing trust with your audience? MVP recommend a centralized CRM and paid content strategy, enabling a 360-degree of your customer. This allows you to target different sectors of your audience in different ways. As I mentioned, users are increasingly accessing news from a multiple array of sources. So they may first start off on their smartphone in the morning and catch the quick headlines, switch to their tablet as they're commuting into work, and then going onto your website throughout the day as they're at work. So you really want to have a platform which allows you to take in all this data, view which platforms are performing better than others, and target those audience in specific ways that allow you to truly understand your audience and create engagement opportunities. And with that, big data. Big data is becoming increasingly important. This centralized approach enables a centralized customer database and the ability to run a number of analytical reports, including revenue reports, best-selling products, churn rates, renew rates. Also, it allows you to see which promotions that you're running are being used the most, which haven't really been a great success, and also allows you analytical stats to better target different areas of your audience and develop strategies to increase your average revenue per user. Publishers are constantly looking for ways to increase their ARPU, average revenue per user. Creating these strong revenue streams will greatly help you in that. Additionally, creating offers and incentives to drive engagement and traffic to your sites is incredibly important. And lastly, future-proofing your business, the ever-evolving digital ecosystem. It's really important to understand that your requirements today are going to evolve as your digital strategies evolve. Technology is moving at an incredibly fast pace, and you want to make sure that your platform and that your paid content provider can keep up with your changing needs. Is your platform modular? Is it updated continually so you can add functionality if and when required? Is it able to be updated as your functionalities increase, and is it your features that you'd like to include evolve? Okay, so now at this time we're going to conduct a quick poll. I'm going to launch it right now. Here we go. The directions should be on your console now. If you can please take a moment and answer the question. The question today is, if any, what are the challenges with your current paid content strategy? Value for money and true ROI, limited and inflexible functionality, brand identity, security risks, or not being able to control access to content. I'll give you a few moments to do that. Okay, great. If we could just wrap this up, if anybody else that's on the line has yet to answer. Okay, I'm going to close the poll now. And we will be sharing the results of the poll following the webinar. Thank you for participating. So we're just going to wrap up now. Do you feel like you're truly getting the most value out of your current paid content partner and out of your current paid content strategy? Some key takeaways that we've discussed today, some key things to really look for in your e-commerce provider. The technology, are they really able to support you not only in your requirements from the get-go, but from those as they evolve? Are you able to offer your customers different payment types and methods, or is it a real template-driven, one-size-fits-all approach? Is there a true ROI, or is it a rev share where they're really taking a larger and larger piece of your business as your own strategies evolve and are more successful? Are you able to offer specific and customized offers and incentives to drive traffic to your site and drive user engagement? Additionally, is it secure? Are there security risks that you're not even aware of? Are they serving pages with SSL? Are they serving pages to the highest PCI compliance? And lastly, but most importantly, are they able to communicate effectively not only with you but with your customer? Do they understand your customer's needs and requirements, or are they just a consumer brand looking out for their own needs and requirements? Okay, so if there are any questions, please feel free to continue the discussion with me. You can reach me. You can reach MPP on any number of social media outlets. As well, you can see my email address here and my contact number. I look forward to continuing these discussions with you at a later time, and thank you very much for joining us today.